I'm great.
The last time we saw you, I believe we were all on a Southwest flight.
I believe you're right.
And I think you were walking through and we were like, Suzy! And then we ducked our heads because we were embarrassed that we yelled at you on an airplane. So that's how we roll around here.
Well, it wasn't embarrassing to me. It was nice to be recognized. Thank you.
We are big fans, and on the show, we kind of every year go, hey, here's who we'd like to have on the show this year. And Eddie was like, I'd like to have Suzy Bogguss on the show.
Yeah, I was somewhere. I don't remember where I was, but I heard your song come on the speaker, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it brought back so many memories. And then I remember, I'm like, we met Suzy on an airplane, and she had her guitar with her. She's got to still perform, so this is really cool.
Are you still traveling around playing a lot?
A lot. It's kind of crazy. I think... I don't know, the 90s folks were having a comeback because a lot of us, kind of started out as troubadours anyway. And I've been doing shows, kind of a collaboration thing with Pam Tillis and Terry Clark for about 3 years now. And I'm just starting to tour now with Kathy Mattea, where it's just the two of us, our guitars, and 30 years of stories and bad jokes.
That's so fun. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So when you were a kid, were you playing at Dollywood? Was that like an early job for you?
Not a kid. No, actually, it was pretty much after I moved to Nashville, and I was here for about a year singing demos and that kind of thing. And then they had some sort of a contest down there when it was still Silver Dollar City. And I got invited for like a 3-day stint, and that was right when Dolly was at the park. So then they came back to hear me at Tony Roma's, a place for ribs, where I was playing, and they invited me to be their female lead for that opening season at Dollywood. So I was just there the one season, and I got a record deal while I was there.
Wow!
So Capitol came to see me.
Did you get to meet Dolly then?
Oh, yeah. I got to open concerts for her. I mean, she was so wonderful. I mean, she insisted that you choose your own material, be an artist, be who you are. In a theme park like that, it could go opposite. It could go to the place where they have a set group of songs they want you to sing, that stuff. But she was way cool about it.
Well, that's pretty cool that you were, because there are a few artist friends of mine that played at Dollywood back in the day too. I mean, even Carly Pierce.
Right.
Played at Dollywood.
She did. I know. I've been championing for her for a long time. It's fun to see her really taking off because she's been singing great since she was a little kid.
So where'd you grow up?
Illinois.
And so, what was the music?
Country music capital.
Yeah. What was like the house scene for you musically? Like, what was happening in your house musically?
I'm the youngest, and everybody played instruments and sang, but not like a family band kind of thing. Everybody had their own thing. Like my oldest brother was into more of the harmony bands, and then my sister was into singer-songwriters like James Taylor and Carole King, and then my other brother was into Creedence Clearwater. So I had an exposure to everything. My folks were really into big band, and my dad had lots of 8 tracks of country in his car. And when I got to be 16, he let me drive that car. So I drove around in that 1968 Dodge Polara with the canoe on top. And boy, I was super cool because I had Merle and Buck and yeah.
What did your family say when you said you wanted to move to Nashville to pursue music on a much higher level?
They were really supportive. I have a degree in art, so it was the first 5 years I was just out on my own playing solo guitar and playing ski resorts, and anybody who would have me, like supper clubs, biker bars, anything that I could get a gig at, and they, this is back before we had cell phones. So my folks would get a postcard from me like every couple of weeks or something like that. It says, I'm in Montana and I'm doing this. And I had a Shepherd Collie mixed dog with me, but they were worried about me, I think. And I think, once they realized that I was serious about it, I was thinking to myself, I have no health insurance and I need to get a real job. So I moved to Nashville.
And did you work at a real job while you were pursuing music?
Mm-mm.
You came and just attacked music the whole time?
Yep.
And so you're here. Who were the other artists? Because, with artists, you kind of come and there's a class that comes with you.
Yes.
When I moved to town, Dan and Shay were here, and they were just cutting their teeth. And so we all
Right.
kind of have come up together. Who was in that group for you when you came to Nashville?
It was a lot of really greats. Alan Jackson, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Kathy Mattea was already established, and Pam Tillis was here, and we all kind of were running around listening to songs at different publishers. We were playing songs for each other. It was a time when Music Row was really active. We would end up at some bar, and then we'd end up at somebody's apartment and play way late into the night, jam, stuff like that. It was great.
Who was the first person you saw kind of break through that went from just one of your contemporaries to, holy cow, they've got a record deal and now they're making it, that kind of gave you some hope too?
Patty Loveless. I actually sang on the demo that got her record deal. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm singing the background vocals to this thing. And then she got to do the album on MCA, and I remember at the end, she actually thanked me on that record, even though I wasn't on that record. I was just on the demo. But she thanked me for staying up and backing her up and stuff. And, we've been great friends ever since.
Suzy Bogguss is here. Eddie, we brought Suzy in because of you.
Yeah.
What would you like to ask Suzy?
I mean, I just feel like for me, Garth Brooks is what kind of got me started to listen to country music. And because of him, I got to be introduced to all you guys. So you got to witness the Garth Brooks invasion. What was that like watching?
I totally did. Yeah, because I was on the same label with Garth, and he was signed after me. So I had been hanging around in the halls for a while and trying some singles and that kind of thing. So yeah, it was explosive. I mean, it was totally explosive, and because we were on the same label, of course they would put us out for doing promotion things together, and I've got some great fun shots, from just great memories of being out on tour with him. And I remember one time at the ACMs. There was a gal that was trying to get a picture with Garth. That she wanted to get a picture with Garth, and Sandy, his wife at the time, said, "Oh, I'll take the picture." So the gal sidles up next to him, and she cut her out and just took a picture of Garth. And I just watched her do it. And I thought that is funny as hell.
That's funny.
That's awesome. And is she going to sing Drive South? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is that what you want?
That's totally what I want.
All right.
Well, are you, Suzy? You are, right?
I will do it. It's early, but I would do that for you, Eddie.
Well, did you ever, because I know it's a John Hiatt song, did you
Yeah.
ever get to play it for him or talk to him?
Oh, I got to sing it with him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And John was one of those guys that back when I was I was like in all sorts of little listening rooms and things like that. I was singing his songs back then before I even had a clue who he was or what he was like. And so, yeah, for me, I've cut several of his songs. I just think he's one of the most wonderful poets in the whole wide world, and he's fearless as far as writing a melody, and that's why this thing screams all over the place.
Hey, do you have a cookbook? Are you doing a cookbook?
I am doing a cookbook. I do a little live stream every Wednesday called Wine Down Wednesday, which we enjoy a chilled glass of wine and sing some more songs. And I am making a new record and trying to get used to the putting out singles again instead of doing a whole album project. That's kind of new. The social media way of releasing things is kind of something fascinating to me.
When will we hear anything new?
Well, I have one single out. It's called Sunday Birmingham. It's just it's a song I wrote about one particular show and the whole night, the 24 hours of being in Birmingham. And I've got another one coming out in May. So.
Well, we will post links to that up on our site so people can go check it out. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate the help.
We appreciate you coming in. Eddie,
Thank
anything to say?
Suzy, you sound so great. I mean, it's so awesome. You've made all my dreams come true.
Oh,
Since
all your dreams,
since
every
I-
single dream.
Since I heard that song, I was like, this is what I would love to see in the studio, and thank you for making that happen.
Kathy Mattea and I are playing at Franklin Theater in April, so you need to come out.
Let's go.
Come
I'm
see
in.
us. We
I'm
have a lot
in.
of fun.
Maybe do a couple songs yourself.
Oh, yeah?
You can open. Yeah.
Come on, yeah, dude. Come on, join us. We could use a third part.
All right,
you,
Suzy
Suzy.
Bogguss. Suzy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, clap your hands, everybody, for Suzy Bogguss.
Thank you, guys.
It's about